So everyone, and welcome back to another episode of FGO Thirstday, and we have some more materials to read. And we have Mephistopheles, which is a funky character I remember seeing first time, and I was like, nope. Mainly because he had this entire, clown thing going on, and scissors, and yeah, generally kind of scary. And also, of course, him being a part in the Sherlock Holmes, oh man, why do you need to freeze? God damn it. One day, I will have a computer that don't freeze, but that day is not the day. But yeah, I mean, we have Mephistopheles in the, what do you call it? Murder at Kogitsuken event we had, which was awesome. I will say, his design is kind of cool. It have this very eccentric, kind of crazy thing going on, and I realized they actually have all, like, the TikTok bombs things going on there. That's creepy. Damn. I will say, I think he looks way better in this, like, at the more final art, so to speak. I really dig that one. He feels so naked without all the extra fancy stuff on. I never realized he had a tail. What? And it's split to what? I never knew he had a tail. I never noticed that. My God. And that is some funky head. And that TikTok bomb thing. Oh my God. He have tails. Damn. And that ass, I say. Oh man. Seriously? Talk about... And that scissor man looks like something from Dark Souls. Oh God. I never knew he had a tail. I never noticed that. My gosh. Caster, true name Mephistopheles, and source Germany, Faust, Chaotic Evil, well, makes sense, I guess. Strength D, Constitution C, Agility B, Magical Power A, Luck and Noble Fantasy B. He's a B tier character, B movie. Territory creation C+. As a mage, one can create an advantage position for themselves. Although small in scale than a workshop, he can create an extremely efficient laboratory. Tool creation B. One can create devices tinged with magical energy. Because he served as an assistant to an alchemist for many years, it is feasible for him to create all sorts of magical devices. I mean, he creates bombs and stuff like that. Witchcraft A. He used classical Western witchcraft as his specialty. Its purpose covers many uses, like returning twofold to his opponents the wounds he himself received from them, sowing discord in one personal relationship, giving nightmares by using incubi, and so forth. It is even difficult for an average mage to resist it. Damn, an incubi is like the male version of succubi, right? Innocent monster, contract devil. Okay. The name of a monster that is passed in the way ought to be distorted according to the image born from his deeds while alive. His abilities and appearance have been completely transformed. In his case, there is nothing but merits such as having his witchcraft strengthened, possessing magecraft to reach the level of a noble phantom, and so forth. A first-class devil. Nani? Holy crap. Nothing but merit, but only gets Starray and a deep depth Kusa. Between Magecraft on par with MP is insane. And I do agree, like, now I don't know Mephistopheles' skill set really, because I barely use him. I think I use him like once for just checking his MP and stuff like that. But, I mean, obviously, I guess it is because, they're gonna have, like, all of these... balance, so to speak. But once again, I do feel like they DOE, Delight Works, they kind of like, their way of balance at times doesn't make sense. I mean, obviously, they can't give, since he's a 3-star, they couldn't make him like powerful as a 5-star, stuff like that. But I do feel like they should at least make his abilities make sense with the lore in that regard, And that goes with many of the other characters. Like, I mean, I know I'm repeating it a lot about, like, Benkei and stuff like that. That, in the way to make it like, oh, he's not a real Benkei, they really made him really weak. But the clowns laughed. Why do you have the A+? What? A skill derived from innocent monster as an established devil, Mephistopheles can put intense heavy pressure on the entire of mankind as What? If there's a possibility of failing in a situation, it will fail without exception, one falling into a state like they have been abandoned by fortune. Wait, so he... Dude, imagine that. Holy crap. This is the sort of skill we won't see in Holy Grail. Sounds ridiculous, but of course, unpopular clown boy only gets a buff negotiating debuff on enemy, which is a really good, yes, but it could be more than that. Yeah, I mean, imagine that, seriously. Just literally, like, crushing people, like, with the pressure, like, just standing, like... I mean, it is like seeing Pennywise, in the recent It movies and all of that. Freak as fuck. But yeah, it is sad that in the games and that goes for actually, I mean, obviously most characters, that the skills explained doesn't really comprehend with what they do in the game, which of course would be pretty hard if all skills were exactly as the legends were and stuff like that. Would be cool, but probably quite a bit broken. But then again, some are broken. I mean, Dick Mage, I'm looking at you. Noble fans, tick-tock bomb, dosing bomb. Maximum time with 30 people. What? A kind of witchcraft that intentionally lays bugs into one's magic. What? And the spiritual body of servants before making them explode by causing an impact on them. Specifically, they appear in some image that is like a combination of pocket watch and a bomb. He installs these on the field so they would explode on contact, or rather, that is how he pretend to use them in such a method. But actually, on the occasion of having its true name invoked, it results in a situation where the targets that are within medium range will have bombs inserted inside their bodies. In this situation, a check based on one's resistance to curses is carried out to prevent this. The maximum number of bombs per person is 5, and in addition include the ones installed in the field. It is possible to install a total of 30... What? Of course, he can just finish targets off right there and then, if he detonates the bomb inserted inside the body. What the fuck? But Mephistopheles would like to take the opportunity to have an overall picture of the bombs being inside the bodies stands out to them on purpose. Choosing means of having them obey him as well, threatening them. It's possible to say this unscriptural and noble phantom is as if his trickiness and ruthlessness had combined. Dude, oh my god, that is horrible. I mean, imagine like, I have the power to make bombs in your body. Like, what? No. Seriously, that is just creepy as fuck. This MP sounds so cool. Now look at the MP game. So damn with a chance of inflict curse. Yeah. That is a bit lame. But as said, many times they are like that, sadly. But seeing it like this, reading about it, it is actually horrifying. I mean, combine that with his ability, the clown laughter and all that crap. He's horrifying. And I mean, I thought it was like, as in the game, he just sends out like a snake with and they explode a little bit, which in its own is kind of scary in a way. But this is terrifying. A kind of witchcraft that intentionally lays bugs into one's magic circuits, and the spirit bottle. Seriously? God damn, that is some creepy ass shit. God damn, Mephistopheles, you're freaky. Mephistopheles acts as somewhat cheerful and easygoing, and because it takes up a jestful attitude at all times, no matter the kind of occasion it is, one cannot feel a sense of seriousness from him. That is to say, he's more cruel than what anyone can imagine, and his similarly cruel toward his master too. He really likes making fun of the whole world, and he's happy. And if he's happy, it seems like he's willing to kill a master's. Should I really have him in my Chaldea? Because he sounds like he will fucking murder me. God damn. Motivation attitude towards master. At first glance, Mephistopheles faithful serves in a cheerful manner. However, regarding to his master, I would need to check that I'm actually recording, because I would hate to know I missed to click the button again. Happens way too many times. However, regarding to his master, he basically does not think of them as anything but a toy to entertain myself with, to a degree, and he will drive his master into despair if given the chance. In the case where his masters vigilantly restrain every way for him to act against them, even though unwillingly, Mephistopheles accepts a relationship between a master and a servant. He basically does not take up the disobeying one's commands attitude. However, it is a different story of whether or not they properly understand and acts on the commands. And from their progressing one step even further, there is where a situation has appeared in that master had depended on their bond with him while accepting all of this wickedness and maturity of his. It seems Mephistopheles will fight while gambling his life for the sake of his master, all with pleasure and while laughing. Oh god. This dude is... God. I know I would never be able to handle him. I would probably die within a couple of first hours summoning him. Because, you know, he planted a bug in me and then I die. Kaboom! Greetings, caster, I have come. Although it's regretful and it appears your expectation have been infringed upon. For as you can see, I'm not particularly the one you call a devil. Please kindly understand that these horns are decorations. Oh, master, you're also making an amusing face, no? What happened? Have you made up your mind on what you even want to do with this for the sake of having your wish granted? Peaceful, so peaceful like a single child's life. Okay, take it easy with that. Now you're getting the blue bear territory. Oh dear, master, you're a human being who cannot help being very careless. It's no wonder I've been summoned, as you have only succeeded in doing reckless things. Make the name of Mephistopheles my true name. Let us drive a humorous despair into our enemies. George Faust, historical image, is the model for the protagonist in Goethe's play Faust. He's an astrologer and alchemist, and the devil that he contracts with is Mephistopheles. Yeah, I remember. I mean, Faust is like, he was his science, and he like, knowledge, and then signed the contract with the devil and stuff. Mephistopheles is the devil of temptation in Faust, and he played a bet with God on whether or not he was made to corrupt Dr. Faust. In the end, Mephistopheles was defeated in his bet, and his wish to acquire Faust's soul had not come true. But it said that the real Faust, in the middle of this alchemy experiment, was killed in a bombing where his whole body finally exploded and broke apart at the fire. Wow. It did not become clear whether it was Mephistopheles care of this contract or something separate was the main cause of Faust's death. I mean, I don't want to be like that and point fingers, but it is a bit suspicious. A tiny bit. In this work, Mephistopheles is kind of a familiar caster by Dr. Faust, namely sort of a homunculus. Dr. Faust, with his gifted engineering, had advanced homunculus technology, several generations ahead of his time. But because of his strange sense of aesthetics, he chose to strengthen the homunculus self-ego. A homunculus that is exceedingly full of human traits. That is the key part of Mephistopheles. Furthermore, by being clad in the legend, the servant caused Mephistopheles was born. I was born to be a servant. Pay special attention to his face that feigns ignorance. Indeed, it was not become known although Mephistopheles was born to be a servant. There was no need for him to have a person he could call master. Connection. The genius devil is not always lonely. Okay, he's just a little lonely. Ah, you freaky devil. But I actually would like to see Faust as a servant, you know? That would be
interesting. And that would be I mean, having this interesting, I could see an interesting interaction between Faust and Mephistopheles, you know? I think that would be quite cool. Like, Faust, like, I am here as a servant. And then Mephistopheles is up here, hello! And Faust like, oh, god damn it, I thought I was done with you. And Mephistopheles like, no! I could see that. That would be fun. Comment from Illustrator. I viewed him as and designed him in the image of an abnormal, visual-looking clown in relation to his clothing because the director was worried about it, and he said that Shimokoshi-kun, they are not good clothes to wear when he's getting on a bicycle. What? They had a chain into snug clothing that is like a cycling jersey. I tried to make his overall design insect-like and with gaudish hooves, adding tactile like horns of longhorn beetles and so on. His weapon, I thought it would be normal if it was a cane, but it was going to be a pair of scissors by the time his character design came together, and they particularly have no significance. Say, it was nice for Mr. Koyasu to be given the assignment for his voice, given that he was drawing while imaging his voice. When the cost was decided, I was happy, just like Mephistopheles' image. That's pretty interesting. Let's see, what's the ta-da? This is the example of really solid character design that got screwed in game mechanics. He really needs a renewal on both his kit and his animation, just as a clown boy. Isn't it funny when he appears on frequent on event, yet he still is ignored by animation renewals? Anyway, cool clown boy. Next up is an arts boy, in some sense of the word, arts. Mozart? Maybe? No, haven't we already checked Mozart? I think we have. But personally, I am not the biggest fan of Mephistopheles. I like his design. It is kind of like one of these designs that I first, when I saw it, was like, what the fuck? But it kind of grows on you, and it's very standing out, which I think is quite interesting in that regard. And yeah, he feels like one character. I mean, I'm barely used him in the game, so I can't really judge too much about the gameplay mechanics about him. But reading about the skills and what Tato said, it seems like he gets a little bit shafted on that regard. Not too strong and all. And I do agree, he do appear a lot in events and stuff like that, which, the same with Blackbeard. And I think both of them, and many others definitely, deserve a new animation update and stuff like that, because, you know, it do so much for the characters, you know. As well, I really wish the Lightwork would go back and rework skills, not being afraid like, oh no, if we change that skill a little bit, people will riot. There will always be, obviously, but seeing that they can make them a little bit more appealing, a little bit more balanced, and more usable in many ways. So I think he's a pretty okay character. Actually really interesting to read, I would say. He became way more interesting when reading and understanding about it, like what his noble father actually is and all of that. And stuff like that, which I didn't have any idea of. So this was really interesting. Still though, he's pretty far down on my favorite list, mainly because I have so many and it's a big list. I need to level them up though, but that is for everyone. Every servant I have, I would level them up. Except Columbus. Well, phone, hello on you. But yeah, pretty okay character. Not the best in my opinion, but definitely not the worst. Definitely not. He having this what I like with him is that he have this as soon as he appears okay, what's gonna happen now? Because shit is gonna happen. And all of that. But yeah, pretty okay. But oh, it is Mozart. I thought haven't I already? I guess not. Mozart. That is fancy. And I would see Beethoven as well, you know. I would love that. And yes, kind of. He's also just like Mephistopheles, I would say. First time I saw Mozart, I was like, wow, looks what? But he just like Darius for me, you know. the design and all that kind of grows on me, you know. It's like certain characters, like instantly you see like, oh my god, I love it, and some characters like it takes a little bit time for me to like open up for them and take them into my heart. It's a bit weird. Probably I got one of Mephistopheles bugs and something like that. And of course Mozart, I like Mozart, especially considering him and Sanson being like at each other's throats. Fucking fancy boots, man. And I like that mask thing, it's kind of neat. Holy shit, he have a lot of things going on. I can just imagine drawing him a lot must suck. Because, yeah, I mean, there's lots of things going on. I kind of like that because it adds to this, like, oh, cool, we even get to see the cape. That is awesome. Dude, that is awesome. Man, I wish I could have that coat. Holy crap. Man, seriously, it do so much just see a different perspective of their faces. Like, holy shit. I'm like, hot. Damn. Seriously, I honestly wish that we get to see all servants one way or another in animated form, you know? Even if it maybe not much, but I would love to see them, you know, like the personalities, a little bit of that, you know? It would do so much, so much for everything, like, oh god. And with little angels playing like a solo band, like, hallelujah. That is cool. We even get to see designs on that. That is awesome. In a way, it's actually kind of creepy when I'm seeing like this, because, you know, it's like costume flying around playing, but also really cool. I like the angel like style on this. Man, this is awesome. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Europe, neutral good. Strength D, Constitution E, Agility B, Magic B+, Luck D, MP B. What? He has the same voice actor as Gilgamesh? What? Wait, I forgot to check on Mephi. I need to check. Method. Character voice. Takehito Koyasu. Okay. It doesn't ring a bell. Then again, I have very hard time at remember all the names going on. But seriously, Gilgamesh? Oh, damn. No, damn. Class skill territory creation B. Creation of workshop. Territory that is advantage to himself as a magus. In Amadeus' case, the territory possesses the shape of a concert stage. Ooh. No, there is no tool creation. I don't know we get the canonical reason why it doesn't have it, but nope. Yeah, that would actually be nice if it doesn't have tool creation that they would add. I mean, for example, Blackbeard, Drake, and Mary, like, even if they're riders, they don't have riding skills, but they explain that they have this voyage skill instead, like, you know, riding with a ship and stuff. So at least we get an explanation on that, but it's weird. Personal skills. Protection of the music god. False. Wait, what? Why is false? EX. Original, this is skill indication being given the divine protection of muses, the goddess of musique. It is a capacity to recognize and identify any and all sort of sound, and it makes it possible to perform a prodigious musical performance. In addition, it also granted plus correction on the use of musical magic. Cool. Amadeus is able to display his skill and effect equal to what his own ability by means of his natural pitch, sense, talent, and effort. Dude, that is pretty cool, actually. Using magic, well, sound and music for magic, like, I like the idea of that. Appreciation of art. Comprehends in regard to work and object of art. Should he take a look on a noble family that possesses an artistic anecdote, there's a high chance of he figure out its true name. Oh, who else had that? I remember someone else having that. Was it Anderson? No, it wasn't Anderson, right? Was it Shakespeare? It was someone. Requiem for Death, funeral march of the deaf god. Dude, that sounds scary. I just make me think of this song, Requiem for a Dream. I love that song, you know. It's a good song. It's a classic song at this point. Requiem for Death. The musical tune that has its origin on legend where prior to his death, the death god requested him to compose a funeral. Oh yeah, imagine doing that. Like, I'm gonna make this funeral song for myself. Which, in a way, actually pretty neat. Those who hear this composition will have to do a resistance check on magic and luck. Should the check result in failure, then all of their physical stats are forcibly degraded by 2 ranks. Oh shit. And they receive powerful continuous damage that bypass all sort of defense, magic, ability, or armor. What? Seriously, reading it is insane. And also, I love the, as said, like, you know, the D&D kind of like, resistance check to magic and luck, like, Should the check result in a success, then their status degrades from only a rank, and the continued damage is reduced by half. Man, even if they succeed, it still do a lot. It's an open secret that its true nature is not a tune that summons the merciful death god, but one that consoles the compassionate death god. Oh. Character: a supreme holy man with complete and utter sincerity when it comes to music. As a human, he only does what he himself wants to do without understanding or comprehending the feeling of others. A really problematic guy who lives only according to his whims. Due to the music that he plays is that is of highest quality, his character is of one that does not think of people or relation with them. A personality that raises a certain kind of image in the eyes of the people. Namely a man like that of a devil. Speaking about the devil, we had one just above you. The person himself is fond of talking with people competitively, jokes in particular. Generally his jokes are one related to music, hard to understand. The ones that he really likes are dirty jokes, is intentionally sealed because his beloved Marie told him to. See, occasionally he blurs them out anyway. Oh man, dude, actually, there's one servant I would love to see in this game, and I know it's not very famous outside of Sweden, but it's an he was a singer and scripture and all of that called Mikael Bellman. And he was also, and today many jokes we have like Bellman jokes is like a Danish, a Norwegian, and Bellman was in a bar kind of thing, you know, and it can be very crude and stuff like that. As not to mention that he made lots of ballads and stuff, and I would love to see him in the game. It would be cool. And I could see him and Mozart like exchanging dirty jokes to each other, and then in all of this Marie appears like I could see that. I would love that. Please make it happen. Modus and attitude towards Master. At first, he regarded Master as someone with a little bit of something in terms of magic, but practically none in terms of music. Hey, I might not be a genius, but I can hear I have a quite keen ear when it comes to music and all that. I will say, I grew up in a musician family. Not that it means that I'm like a master, but I've been, kind of like pumped with music my entire life. But as the level rises, he began to hold interest in him. Now that I listen to it, it's not bad of a rhythm. No, it's not his voice, not his word, but his existence. Well, thank you for that. At least my existence is not a shameful thing, I guess. But in the end, it's nothing more than an interest. He realizes that possesses an inhuman personality. So he wishes to put some distance against those close to him, precisely because they are close to him. Aww. He wished upon the Grail his happiness for Marie Antoinette, for her shining as she arrived at such cruel end, to listen for the greatest piano performance that a current him could do. There are only 2 types of artist servants. Either they appear as a child or as an adult. Hans? He's talking shit about you, I think. Those who appear as a child are those types. The one who has a genius during the childhood but on scum when they reach out. Anderson? That's why they appear in the shape of their time as a genius child. Then what kind of guys are the ones that appear as an adult, you ask? Well, obviously they are those who are scums already since childhood. I guess we can't deny that. The next piece would be, I think I'm taking too much job here. Well, in both the eyes of the others and myself, I'm a scum of a human. When it comes to Marie, that was a day I will never forget, even a single day. Oh, man. You should. Let's see. Historical depiction. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the foremost composer and musician, a figure of the 18th century, he possessed an abnormal sense of pitch, leaving behind numerous compositions for later eras with that unwavering genius of his. He had been called a prodigal child when it comes to performance of piano and stringed instrument, having been invited at the age of 8 to perform for the Empress of Holy Roman. What? Age of 8? Which had then been dominated by the House of Habsburg. Maria Theresa, at the age of 14, he had managed to write out of memory the polyphonic music. Oh my god, nice face there at least. Sorry for that. Music that had never been taken out from the Sistine Chapel of Vatican for 100 years just by hearing it once. What the fuck? I had no idea about that. There are even an anecdote where he put a composition without correction, revision, or even rough draft. The child beloved by God, the marvelous genius, even in Germany and Austria later years of the musical world, where it said that no figure able to surpass Beethoven could be born, he is a special, unparalleled, perfect existence, extolled by many geniuses that starting with Brahms. Yeah, and seriously, add Beethoven as well. I would like to see like Beethoven versus Mozart, like a showdown music, like something like that. Depiction in FGO. Oh. While in one hand he exhibited talent in music, he was also admired in the world of magic. There existed legends say that Amadeus had a relation with a certain secret society. Illuminati? The Freemasons? As a rogue spirit include magic originated from Orpheus of the Greek mythology, and even possessing deep bond with the magic of Solomon. Solomon? Roman? Just like the foretold in the legend. As a caster, he established attack with music and magic sound as medium. Oh man. Wait, couldn't it be like him and Romani be like, Romani like, I recognize that. And Mozart like, what? I don't know. Amadeus is the magus of music. It holds the literal meaning as well as an exemplification of him being prodigious musician. His music has always been devoted to a single woman. When he was young, the prodigious child of music was invited to Vienn's palace and met her. The maiden as of innocence itself given form. For the first time ever since he was born, he was struck with a culminating nervousness and had fallen over as a result. She then held out her hand to him kindly, the shining maiden. Her name was Maria. She was in her later years would be known as Marie Antoinette, and would later disappear with a duel over the gallows, the tragic queen. Man, that's sad. I mean, you know, love. Mozart himself had died even sooner than Marie, which is why he laments, perhaps had I still been alive. Only she was not met with such a cruel end on the guillotine. By knowing them to be impossible, he cannot help but wish for it. For it is filled with happiness to visit upon it the shining Marie. Oh. Marie Antoinette, Marie, you I long for, shining, tender, beautiful Maria. To her I give the greatest of love in life. Charles Sanson, and can't be right, written, Count Fersen, I never... Robespierre, wasn't he the one of those that led the revolution, the French Revolution, you know? And was one of those that was there to make sure that Marie was executed. And well, Sanson was the one that did that in the end. Chevalier Dion, Marie's friend. Well, now, is she not a cute one? Salary, we have had a quite disagreement between the two of us. Yeah, they kind of do. During the initial stage, I have him concealed with mantle just like Jack Chan. Oh, Jack. For some reason, I was reading like in brain Jackie Chan, like what? And tries to give him off the feeling that he's opened his mantle. The clothing themselves look as if it become a glorious opera stage. I would indeed. Which is why there's a part that imitates stained glass and cut. Oh, that was the thing that made me think on. That's awesome. Like how one would understand from seeing the drawing of his last ancestor with a large influence from the movie Amadeus. At first, I put up a design that blends in various homage like Amadeus' father's clothes or his form when returned to the Requiem. But midway I went with emphasizing his arrangement, so it feels like the original prototype design has mostly been removed. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, see what Potato have to say. So his lore was MP is really strong, while in game it's barely decent. Call me impressed. Yeah, I mean, as said, reading it like, wow, even if they like resist it, it still do quite a bit. I think that is awesome. I don't think. Oh, goddammit. I don't think I have to tell you this, line, Ken, but I might as well clarify the account first in case you didn't know he's supposed to be a super Swedish dude that did many things. Really? What? I need to Google on that. Yeah, I don't know what title I can give him to summarize his political position, but from what I read, he did a lot of shit from administrative to military shit. He was that dude. And died to an angry mob of normal dudes. Well, I mean, that's what life tend to be. You do things and then you die by normal dudes. Kind of kidding, but it's the sum of things from what I've read. You get the gist of it, right? Yeah, I guess it. You probably know it better than I do. It's a meatball politics. Yeah, meatballs. I like meatballs. The main point is, it was rumored that he was Marie's secret lover. Oh. Yes, all of this reached with this single piece of info. Watch some more comments go, actually. Yes, I just summarized the dude's story. Sorry for the babble. Back to Mozart. I didn't know he used gloves. That's what he had grabby hands at all. Yeah, I thought that actually too. You know, I thought he had these like claws. Like, I had a lot of fun again. Sorry for all my bad name. I hope everyone have fun. And fuck Blackbeard. I know. You piece of shit! You don't say that in my face! I'm gonna delete this. See you next Thursday. That I thought already start working on. Yes. But I appreciate it, Potato. Seriously, thanks for taking time to do this as well. Giving your input. I think it's interesting. And yeah, I always thought that I didn't realize he had like gloves on. I always thought it was like, you know, his hands, especially here. You know, you're seeing like it looks like you have claws. Like, so that is a bit of a surprise. And general, as Mozart comes, I think he is a good character. I like his design. As said, it's a design that grown quite fond on me, and I feel like he have some usage in the game, obviously. But as said, his MP feels very weak compared to how it is in it is described, just like Mephistopheles and many other servants. Sadly. I in general though think he is a good character, and seriously, I love the cape and all that. Seriously, I think it's much more intriguing now. So, but well, that will be for this FGO Thirstday. I will say Mozart is much better than Mephistopheles in my opinion. Mozart is an interesting character in that regard, kind of, you know. His love thing going on and all that, you know, with Marie Antoinette, and his kind of like, you know, now we have celery and Mozart, so that is a good, interesting thing that's gonna happen. I'm curious about that. But yes, I will be back with more of FGO Thursday next Thursday. So thank you everyone for watching. Thanks to Potato for making this. So see you later on, and have a continued super great day.